So Lil Durk has been essentially sitting in a jail cell for almost 2 years. His trial was supposed to start next month, and that is for the 2022 killing of Saviay'a Robinson out in Los Angeles. Prosecutors allege that this was a murder-for-hire plot stemming from a feud with rapper Quando Rondo, and that Robinson was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Welcome back to Case Vault. Just weeks before one of the most anticipated federal trials in the music industry, the case against rapper Lil Durk took an unexpected turn inside a Los Angeles courtroom. In a stunning decision, a federal judge threw out several newly added charges from the upcoming trial and openly criticized prosecutors for the way they handled the case. The ruling marks one of the biggest legal victories Lil Durk has secured since his arrest and could dramatically reshape what jurors will hear when the trial begins. Lil Durk, whose legal name is Dirk Banks, has been behind bars for nearly 2 years while awaiting trial. Federal prosecutors accuse him of orchestrating a murder-for-hire plot tied to the 2022 fatal shooting of Saviay'a Robinson, a woman prosecutors say became an unintended victim during an alleged attempt to target rival rapper Quando Rondo. Durk has pleaded not guilty and continues to deny all allegations. As the August trial date approached, prosecutors dramatically expanded the case by filing a new superseding indictment. The updated indictment introduced several additional allegations, including claims involving an alleged Chicago shooting, an attempted murder in Atlanta, and accusations connected to an alleged criminal enterprise operating across multiple states. The new charges transformed what had originally been a single murder-for-hire case into a much broader racketeering prosecution. For Lil Durk's defense team, the timing raised immediate concerns. They argued that after spending nearly 2 years preparing for one trial, the government suddenly changed the scope of the case only weeks before jury selection. According to the defense, the late additions forced them into an impossible position.
The thoroughness that took place in that courtroom today. And so I'll ask you that was in the courtroom and then have read the filings to rely on his questions today and the points that he made. And as you, but most importantly, as our innocent client, Dirk Banks, and I emphasize, our innocent client, Dirk Banks, is waiting. We are looking forward to the close of business today.
They argued that such a move violated Durk's constitutional right to a speedy trial and unfairly shifted the playing field in the government's favor. Rather than asking for another postponement, the defense filed a motion requesting that the newly added allegations be separated from the original Los Angeles murder-for-hire case. Their goal was simple: keep the August trial focused solely on the allegations prosecutors had spent years preparing. After reviewing extensive court filings and hearing arguments from both sides, U.S. District Judge Michael Fitzgerald agreed with the defense. The judge ruled that the newly added Chicago and Atlanta allegations would not be part of the upcoming trial, delivering a significant setback to federal prosecutors. But the decision didn't stop there. During the hearing, Judge Fitzgerald openly questioned the government's strategy, suggesting prosecutors appeared to be strengthening a weaker case by introducing unrelated allegations at the last minute. According to reports from inside the courtroom, the judge expressed concern that combining all of the allegations into one trial would unfairly prejudice the jury against Lil Durk. His message was clear. The courtroom's responsibility is not simply to secure convictions, but to ensure both sides receive a fair trial. Outside the courthouse, members of Lil Durk's legal team welcomed the ruling, reaffirming their client's innocence and saying they were ready to proceed with the August trial. Legal analysts say the judge's decision could significantly alter the prosecution's strategy moving forward. Instead of presenting evidence from multiple alleged incidents across several states, prosecutors must now convince jurors using only evidence directly related to the Los Angeles murder-for-hire case. While the removed allegations could potentially be prosecuted separately in the future.
There are ways you can get this type of evidence in, and you talked about, you can obviously charge it, right, which was what the government was trying to do here. Or you can bring it in through prior bad acts evidence. And we've talked about it many times. Often you'll see it, for instance, in a sexual assault case, right? You have charged victims, and then you have these other victims who say that they too were sexually assaulted, but for different reasons, maybe the statute of limitations or other reasons, The government doesn't charge that conduct, but it can come in to show motive, a common plan or scheme, right? So they're saying that Lil Durk here operated this criminal enterprise and they would go after people.
Legal experts note that doing so would involve additional procedural hurdles and separate legal proceedings. Former federal prosecutors have also weighed in, explaining that although investigations often uncover new evidence over time, introducing sweeping new allegations so close to trial creates serious fairness concerns. Reviewing enormous amounts of newly produced evidence, interviewing additional witnesses, and preparing a defense against entirely different accusations normally requires months, not weeks. The judge appeared to share those concerns, concluding that forcing the defense to respond under such circumstances would jeopardize the fairness of the proceedings. Despite this legal victory, Lil Durk's legal battle is far from over. Federal prosecutors continue to pursue the original murder-for-hire charges connected to the 2022 shooting, and they maintain they have substantial evidence supporting their case. Legal analysts believe the prosecution may rely heavily on cooperating witnesses, electronic communications, and other digital evidence to prove their allegations at trial. Meanwhile, the defense insists the government has failed to prove its claims and says it is fully prepared to challenge every piece of evidence presented in court. With jury selection expected to begin in August, the courtroom battle is shaping up to be one of the most closely watched federal criminal trials involving a major figure in the music industry. Now, after this dramatic courtroom setback for prosecutors, all eyes turn to what happens next. Will the government secure a conviction based solely on the original allegations, or has this ruling fundamentally changed the course of the case? One thing is certain: the fight over Lil Durk's future is only just beginning. This is Case Vault. If you enjoy factual courtroom coverage and in-depth legal breakdowns of the biggest criminal cases making headlines, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next investigation.